Hello basketball players, my name is Alan from Basketball Coach Alan, and today I'm going to talk to you about how to drive to the rim as a guard. Now, this is very important because obviously this is one aspect of the game that as a point guard you're going to need to have in, your arsenal. The reason for that is you can jack up shots all day. That's totally fine. But if they start guarding you closely, you need to know how to drive to the rim so that you can create that separation again between yourself and the defender. This is something that a lot of good shooters don't do, and that is they'll be jacking up shots all game long, but when it comes to being guarded really closely, a lot of them cannot operate, and this is why, and they're not driving. So what you need to do is mix up your game. Don't just be shooting all day, you need to drive, and this is how as a guard you're going to be driving towards the rim. So first off, whether you're calling a play, whatever it may be, or if you're just getting that ball at the point or along the wings, you need to know how to drive on your defender. And number one is to get your shoulders lower than theirs when you're driving towards the rim. If you can get lower than them to drive, it's going to allow you to explode past them a lot easier. Another thing to look at is, of course, you want to look at their midsection to see where they're pointing, but also to see what their heels are at or where their heels are at. If their heels as a defender are on the ground, you as a point guard need to understand that it's going to take them a half a second longer to catch up to you when you drive, because they need to lift their heels off the ground, turn, and then run after you. They're not ready to play defense. So you get that ball in the corner of your eye, you're looking at your defender, and if their heels are down, you're driving at them or around them. Next is to get your shoulders lower, so you get that ball, get your shoulders lower, it's gonna help you explode a lot faster. Now, different moves that you can do as a guard when driving towards the rim. Okay, so whether or not you're driving on the right or left side, if you decide to drive right, a couple of different moves that you can do is the Euro step, and that is taking a step in the left direction, and that's your last step. Then you're gonna go 1, 2, up, and that's gonna be around defenders. So if there's a defender in your way, what you need to do is to step towards them 1, 2, and up. This way you can make him freeze. He's gonna think that he's gonna take a charge, but in reality, you're gonna be stepping around him. Now this next move is a move that I really enjoyed using when I went down to the States in the Erie Bayhawks training camp. If you don't know, Erie Bayhawks is an NBA Development League team. And anyways, so this is a move that I really like to use. So when I got that ball, it wasn't at the point, but if I got it roughly at a 45-degree angle out from the elbow, this is the move I really like to do. I would drive left or right, it doesn't really matter. I'd be driving, I would have a help defender come out, I would take a step back, and I would take my shot. Now, this is a great move to use, especially if you've got a lot of core strength where you're able to really gather yourself and take that step back. So you'd be driving, take a step back, and take that shot. Now, when you take that step back, you want to land on your toes, not your heels. So this is what it looks like in fast motion. Okay, so there's some tips for you to be able to drive towards the rim as a point guard, and a couple of moves that I use myself when I went down to the States as a point guard / shooting guard. I hope that you have enjoyed today's video. If you have, hit that like button, subscribe, and I'll see you guys again tomorrow for another twice a day basketball video.